All right. Thank you very much to the media for joining us wherever you are around the world as we enter the month of November. But our focus is Saturday, December 6th, the Frost Bake Center in San Antonio, Texas. It is PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video. We have a loaded night of world-class professional boxing in our main event. It'll be Mexican star Isaac Pitbull Cruz going head-to-head against reigning world champion Lamont Roach. That at the top of the bill. The action comes your way on Saturday, December 6th in San Antonio from the Frost Bake Center. Pay-per-view begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. We are going to hear today from the fighters that will be competing in the undercard, but I have to say that every one of these fights could very well be a main event anywhere in the world. It'll be rising Mexican star Jesus Mono Ramos going head-to-head against top contender Shane Mosley Jr., that being for the WBC Interim Middleweight Championship of the World. That'll begin the pay-per-view at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Also, two-division world champion Stephen Fulton Jr. from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, PA, taking on the WBC Super Featherweight world champion O'Shaquie Foster for Foster's championship. Both men very focused, as we will hear from them later today. Also, it'll be the WBA middleweight world champion Erislandy, the American Dream Lara, who duels with WBO and IBF middleweight world champion. It'll be that of Janibek Alimkhanuly. That'll be in the co-main event. What a middleweight championship showdown. That'll be on top of those three fights on the pay-per-view. Before that, it was just announced prior to the pay-per-view and streaming live and for free on Prime Video. We are going to see a three-fight lineup that is sensational. It's going to be headlined by the return of top contender Frank Martin matching up against the former two-division world champion Francis Bartholomew. Also, the show will feature undefeated rising Mexican young star Isaac La Bestia Lucero matching up against hard-hitting Roberto Valenzuela Jr. in a 10-round all-super welterweight Mexican showdown. And rising unbeaten super featherweight Luis the Twist Nunez matching up against Argentinian contender Hector Sosa in a 10-round opening matchup that begins at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time, 4:30 local time in San Antonio. Tickets for the live event are available right now at Ticketmaster.com. In addition to being available for purchase on Prime Video, regardless of Prime membership, fans will be able to access the telecast through traditional cable and satellite outlets, along with PPV.com. The event is promoted by TGB Promotions in association with MP Promotions, Pro Boxing Promotions, and Box Stars. Fulton versus Foster and Lara versus Alimkhanuly are promoted in association with Top Rank Promotions. Right now, let's get to our pay-per-view undercard. This will begin the pay-per-view 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time on Saturday, December 6th. This man with a record of 22 wins, 4 losses, including 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He has won 5 in a row, looking to make it 6 straight. Most recently defeated two-time middleweight world champion in Daniel Jacobs in July of 2024. He's done a phenomenal job of following the footsteps of his father and also creating a legacy of his own, and he hopes to further that legacy on Saturday, December 6th. Please welcome Shane Mosley Jr. Shane, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm happy to be here, and I'm doing well.
Saturday, December 6th. I know it's an event that you're looking forward to, but give us your overall impression on Jesus Ramos.
Oh, I think he's a great young star. I think that he's a formidable opponent, and I'm looking forward to this championship fight.
Can't wait to see it. Now let's talk with your opponent. This man with a record of 23 wins, 1 loss, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. A native of Casa Grande, Arizona, 24 years of age, who has scored 3 consecutive stoppage victories, including wins already here in 2025, looking to make it 3-0 here in this year before the end of the year. Let's welcome the always entertaining and the hard-hitting Jesus Mono Ramos. Jesus, how are you?
Good, Ray. How about yourself, man? How are you?
Fantastic. Jesus, I know you are deeply embedded in training camp, but how much are you looking forward to colliding against Shane Mosley Jr.?
I'm really excited about this fight, man. I know Shane for a while now. We've been at the same gym, in previous camps, and I know he's a great guy. So I'm excited for this fight. I know he's preparing to the best of his ability. So we're gonna give the fans a great show on December 6th.
Same question, but for both of you. I'll start off with you, Jesus. Do you believe that on paper that Shane Mosley Jr. is your toughest opponent to date?
Definitely, yeah. He is a tough opponent. I just feel like he's got a lot of experience, and I think a quality of him is that he's a hard worker, man. I know he's dedicated. I know he's got a lot of discipline. So he's a dangerous fighter for sure.
Shane, do you believe that you are the toughest opponent that has ever fought?
It doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like we're gonna fight at night, and it's gonna be we're gonna give it our all, and we're gonna try to win. You know what I mean? What we done before, it doesn't matter. It's all about what happens fight night. So yeah, that's how I feel.
His position before, he's been, an up and coming contender, highly talked about. Do you believe that your experiencing, you knowing the kind of hunger that he's going to bring to the table is going to help you out on fight night because you have been in his position before?
It can. I think it can help. I think I have to be at my best. I have to be at my best because he's a young, hungry um, fighter. So I got to be sharp, and I got to be my best.
What we hear about prize fighting and just sports in general is about momentum, about how much mentally goes into preparation and affects your performance. You've been on a run, 5 straight victories. What has been the key to your success over this run?
Just staying focused, staying committed, and taking it one step at a time. Like I said, it doesn't matter what happened before. It's all about what's in front of you and preparing to the best of your ability and taking the challenges as they come. If like you could look at anybody and be, man, oh, he did this and he did that, and none of it matters because it's all that what matters fight night.
All right now I'm going to turn it over to Andrew Roberts, our esteemed PR extraordinaire, and our entire team. If you have questions for Shane Mosley Jr. and Jesus Ramos, raise your hand, tell us your media affiliation, and ask your question to both Jesus Ramos and Shane Mosley Jr. Andrew, it's all you.
Thanks very much, Ray. Our first media questions are going to come from Keith Idek with Ring. Keith, please unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
Thanks, Andrew. My first question is for Shane. Shane, with you being more the guy who's coming down in weight for this fight from your last fight anyway, how were you able to manage the postponement, and how did that impact your camp? Did you take any time off, or how did you go about it?
It's a little bit of you got to kind of take off the gas, but not all the way. So, I took a little time off and then getting back to it.
Okay. And Jesus, can you tell me, when you were in the gym with Shane, you mentioned before you guys were around each other a lot. Did you spar with him? If so, how much? And I know you don't speak on sparring, but did you do that? And what did you gain from that?
Oh no, actually we never sparred. Actually, we just
No.
we used to train at Bones Adams, and I know he was there for a while. I, we even trained with Larry Wade during the same time. We worked with him, but never in the same session or like a sparring session, anything like that. But like I said, we've talked before, and he's a great person.
Well, and Jesus, can you tell me, what a win over Shane would do for you? Because I know you had mentioned to me in the past where people said you were a weight bully and all the things that people have said. So how do you feel you'll gain respect by beating Shane?
Definitely, it's he step up in that aspect as well because he's coming from 168, 160, 168. So he's supposed to be the bigger man in there. So gonna have to showcase different skills, different boxing abilities, and that just that just excites me more.
All right. Thanks very much for those questions, Keith. Our next media question is going to come from Matt Brown with Brunch Boxing. Matt, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Thank you for having me on here. This question is for Jesus. You're supposed to be challenging for the WBC interim middleweight title in your next bout, obviously with Shane Jr. I was wondering, should you be successful, are you planning on challenging the full title holders? Like, what's your game plan or timeline for challenging for the full middleweight title?
Yeah, definitely. I want the big challenge. I want to fight either Carlos Adames, or if it's gonna be at 154, I want a big fight. I want Lara, Virgil Ortiz, all those guys. At 154. But if not, I am gonna stay at 160. And like I said, there's Carlos Adames, and then we got the co-main event of this card too. They're at the top of the division. So those are good names as well. But as of right now, my main focus is Shane Mosley, and I'm not overlooking him.
And then this question is for Shane. Shane, obviously, recently you had split from your promoter, Golden Boy. Now you're on a huge PBC card. Just how important is this fight for you in order for you to be able to continue your career going forward on a large platform?
I mean, it's the biggest fight of my life. It's for a world title. I've been fighting my whole career for this in this moment. So it's the biggest fight of my life. And I'm very thankful to PBC for this opportunity, for giving me the call. And man, it's just I'm very thankful for it.
All right. Thanks very much for those questions, Matt. Our next media questions are going to come from Elias Blanco with Split Decision Network. Elias, please unmute yourself. You can ask your questions.
All right, thank you very much. My first question is for Shane Mosley Jr. This is going to be your first fight of 2025. Jesus Ramos has fought. This is going to be his third fight this year. Do you feel like there's going to be an element of surprise or new wrinkles to your game that he might not know, since the last film of you was from a year ago?
I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. I'm just gonna, do my best and fight my fight, and we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a contender alumni, there's only been two other alumni that have won world titles or interim titles, that being K9 Budridge and South Gilbika. What would it mean to be on that list of alumni that have reached the world title glory?
I believe Sergio Mora has done it too, right?
Maybe, I think so.
I think Sergio Mora definitely was a world champion. But anyways, yeah. No, I mean, I think that'd be great. I mean, another notch in my, my feather in my cap. So I mean, that'd be cool. But I'm not necessarily doing it for that. I'm, doing it, like I said, for this is the biggest fight of my career, and this is what you do it for, right? For the championships, and then the other opportunities that come after that. So, we take it one step at a time, and deal with Jesus Ramos, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But I'm super grateful.
Yeah, and then my last question is for Jesus. I'm from Casa Grande as well. I know how small the town is. There's only two high schools, Union and Vista there. What would it mean to bring back the interim WBC title back to Casa Grande?
That would be a dream come true, man. Like you said, it's a small town here in Arizona, and not a lot of people know about it. So I have a lot of pressure to put, Casa Grande on the map and bring that belt back home. I know it means a lot to everyone here and to the people that support me. So it's definitely I would say added pressure, but it's good pressure. It motivates me.
All right. Thanks very much for those questions, Elias. Our last media questions for Shane and Jesus are going to come from Jim Conlon. Jim, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
I'm just going to start off with Shane. Shane, a 5-match unbeaten run, but 3 of those wins came in 2023 in February, June, and December. I suppose, was it the plan really to be more active since 2023 in terms of fights to keep that momentum going? Because there's been a bit of a gap since those 3 wins in a row.
Yeah, I mean, as we've talked about. I've had a split from Golden Boy, and that has taken some time and things like that. And then being able to find fights has been a little bit more on the difficult side. But nevertheless, we're here.
And my last question is for Jesus. Jesus, on that as well, you're carrying an awful lot of momentum in terms of fights as well coming in and in terms of being regularly active inside the ring and building up that momentum, regularly fights every 2 or 3 months. Do you feel that's going to stand to you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like well, I know I'm young, and this is what's gonna help me. Staying active, staying in the gym, fighting these type of fights, these challenges, and gaining that experience. So the more active I am, the better. So I'm happy with this year that I'm able to get 3 fights in, and I'm looking to keep that momentum going, like you said, and staying active and just learning.
All right, great. Thank you very much for those questions, Jim. And thank you to both Shane and Jesus for your time here. I'm going to throw it back over to our excellent host, Ray Flores, to get closing comments from both of you, and then we'll move on to our next pair.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Shane, we'll start with you. What do you want to tell the world as you prepare for your big showdown coming up on December 6th? Your last words before we see you during fight week.
And I'm thankful for everybody tuning in and watching. You guys are in for a great night of fights. I mean, we have a stacked card. Like you said before, this is any one of these fights that's on the main card could be its own headliner. So you guys are in for a treat. And thanks to PBC and everybody involved for this opportunity.
Shane, before I let you go, one final question. I feel like with your excitement, your enthusiasm, your passion, if you could fight on Saturday night, this upcoming Saturday night, you'd be ready to go.
Absolutely. 100%.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, we'll look to you during the fight week. Shane, thank you so much. Jesus, for you, what do you want to tell the public as we get set for your matchup against Shane Mosley Jr., an excellent matchup that no doubt I'm sure you guys can be looking to steal the show.
Yeah, definitely. I think we are going to steal the show. We're both hungry. We're both coming to win, and we both want that green belt. So I know we're both going to go out there and die for it. So the fans are in for a treat. Like he said, it's a stacked card. So you don't want to miss it. It'll be fireworks December 6th.
2 hungry contenders. One of them will leave San Antonio as a world champion. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We appreciate it. And now we're going to turn our attention to the next fight, a part of the pay-per-view. This one will be an excellent matchup. I mean, I'm using that word a lot, but it is so true because these are tremendous matchups indeed. I want to talk about a man who has accomplished quite a bit over the course of his career. 23 wins, just 1 loss, the reigning WBC Featherweight champion of the world, looking to become a 3-division world champion and solidify himself as one of the world's top pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Most recently earned his 126-pound world championship by vanquishing in his second time against Brandon Figueroa, his longtime rival. He won that matchup by decision. Joining us from West Philadelphia, PA, the WBC Featherweight champion of the world, aiming to become the 3-division world champion, one of the pride and joys of Philadelphia, the rich fighting city, Stephen Fulton Jr. Stephen, how you feeling as we prepare for December 6th?
I feel good.
Now, I know this matchup was supposed to be at the end of October, but, December obviously had to take place. But, do you believe that that's going to be a benefit for you as it gives you more time to hone in on what you've been working on?
More time is always good. It depends on how you view it, but more time was fine for me.
This is a fight. I've read just reports that this is a fight that you demanded, that you said, listen, I don't care how we do it. Let's just get it done December 6th. Tell us about, what happened in the process to making this fight happen.
I was going to do a couple things to make the fight happen. Yeah, I don't really want to speak much on it yet, but I was going to do a lot of things to make the fight happen. Because it would have been in like January, late January, early February probably. So I had to do a couple things to push this fight to happen.
All right, now let's talk with the champion. You're going to be trying to capture his world championship from. He is the reigning WBC super featherweight champion of the world, 23-3, 12 wins coming by way of knockout, coming to us from Orange, Texas. Reclaimed his title in his last bout by avenging a controversial split decision defeat against Robson Consucel. Oshaki Foster joining us, the champ. Oshaki, how are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
No, I'm doing fantastic, and looks like you're getting something done in preparation, all of being a prize fighter. But this fight, obviously, now December 6th. But your thoughts on it happening before the end of the year, because it seemed that it was in a bit of peril. But now here we go, December 6th in San Antonio.
Oh man, I'm glad it's happening. Shit, it's been supposed to happen a couple of times now, but I'm glad it's happening before the end of the year. Um, yeah, I'm glad. It's cool. I'm glad it's happening at the end of the year for sure.
Now, when I was at the press conference with you two, I felt that there was a bit of tension, and I don't think it was anything personal. I just think it's business. Is that fair to say? And is there any animosity that you have towards Stephen Fulton?
Um, I mean, we fighting, so it's animosity, period. Not no personal beef, but anybody trying to take something off my plate, it come with that kind of, you know, aggression. But yeah, that's how I look at it. Anybody that's on the other side of the ring for me, it's up, Yeah.
Last time I talked to you, you mentioned about how you think that the him coming up to your division is going to be a little bit too much. As that has been over a month and a half ago, do you feel the same way?
Uh, for sure, but I think I know he made a mistake taking this. I mean, trying to make this fight, period. I'm gonna go in there and dominate, and I'm gonna show the world why this guy don't belong in the ring with me.
Stephen, before we turn it over to the media for questions, he's saying that you made a mistake for taking this fight. Your response?
I don't have a response to that shit, man. December 6th, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be 3 division world champion. I'm going home with another belt.
Well, I know the media has a lot of questions for both you, Oshaki, and you, Stephen. Andrew Roberts, as we turn it over to you. Questions from the media for both Stephen Fulton and Oshaki Foster.
Thanks very much, Ray. Our first media question is going to come from Keith Idek with Ring. Keith, if you unmute yourself, you can ask your questions.
Thanks, Andrew. Oshaki, the first time we've ever done a Zoom call with someone getting a massage before. So, can you tell me what it was? You've been waiting to fight for a long time. Obviously, November 2nd of last year was the last time you fought. The fight had been pushed back a couple of times already. How did you manage, dealing with one, the frustration of it getting pushed back, which was the same for you and Steven, obviously, but managing your weight and just having to wait again and kind of reset in camp?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This last time it was pretty. It pissed me off a little bit because we was kind of like 2 weeks out, feeling great. Camp was going great, and it just got called off. So, but now, it just gave me more time to prepare. I don't ever have problems with weight, so it didn't do anything for my weight, but it just gave me more time to prepare, mentally, physically, everything.
Thanks, Shock. Same question for Steven. Steven, how did you take a little time off, or how did you kind of go about having to stop and restart camp and all that?
Normal. I feel like everything's just been normal for me. Still training. Took like a day off or a day or two just to relax a little bit, but still training, still running, still sparring, still being active in the gym, living my daily life day to day. So everything's been good for me.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, Keith. Our next media questions are going to come from Matt Brown with Brunch Boxing. Matt, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
I appreciate you. How you doing, fellas? This one's for Oshaki. You seem to be a little offended by reports that Stephen Fulton had to move mountains to get this matchup on December 6th. What happened with that, man? How did this fight come about on this date so soon?
Cause I mean, honestly, moving mountains is crazy. It don't even make sense to me, honestly. The fight was been supposed to happen. It ain't like my purse got bigger or smaller. It's like move mountains for what? The fight was already secured, like I don't really get it, but they gonna have to
But the fight
explain
wasn't
that.
secured on this date. I made it happen on this date.
Bro, I didn't need I didn't, bro. What was gonna happen was
It
be
wasn't
real
about
with you.
what
I
you
was
needed.
gonna move on anyway. Like if this ain't happen, so it ain't nobody making no accommodations for me, bro. Like
I made it for
I don't
myself and for
get.
the fight and for
Well,
the
say that
card.
for
That's what I
yourself.
did.
Say it for
That's
yourself,
what I
not for
did.
me.
That's
Not
what
for
I
me.
did though.
Ain't nobody gave me no extra bread or nothing like that, bro.
I
They
ain't.
acting like
Who cares what they
accommodations,
did, bro?
like.
Don't nobody know if they gave
Cause
you
you
extra bread. I don't
talking
really
like
give a
you
fuck if they
just
did.
made some shit happen, bro. You
I
ain't make
made the
nothing
fight
happen,
happen on
bro.
this date, bro. I made the fight happen on this
Well, I
date.
appreciate you, my G.
That's
But don't
it.
go on there
That's it.
talking like you just did some extra stuff for it. Like, come on, bro.
When have I
Like,
said
come
something
on,
like I
bro.
did some extra shit?
Man, I'm
When
talking
have you
about
heard me?
Pete,
When have you
whatever.
seen me
You know
write,
what I
tweet, or
mean?
anything? That been y'all tweeting
I'm just letting y'all
and
know.
going
Ain't
all this
nobody
back and
move
forth
mountains for
mouthing is
nothing.
always an issue and shit, man. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
Man, I'm just letting you know. I don't give a fuck
I'm
what you
not
trying
even
to
trying to
hear.
hear that shit.
I don't care what you trying to hear. I'm just letting
I'm
you
not
know. Ain't
trying to
nobody
hear it.
move mountains for me, boy. Like ain't nobody
Bro, I made this
need
shit
that.
happen.
Like
That's
nobody
final,
need.
bro.
Like I don't know what you.
It's final. I
We
made it
made this
happen.
happen, boy. We pushed for this fight to be before the end of the
Okay.
year. Let's be real. We pushed for this fight to
Okay.
be before the end of
Okay.
the year.
Okay.
Y'all, and you wanted to go to
You don't know
January,
what happened.
February, boy.
No,
Man,
no,
okay.
no, the fuck I
All
didn't
right.
want to go no January, February.
All right, man.
That's how I can
All right.
tell you don't know what you talking about, bro. You just
All right.
talking, bro.
All right. Yeah. All
As
right.
usual, bro. You just be talking,
All
bro.
right. I'm in
Talking, talking,
negotiations.
talking.
I know what's going on. I ain't
Talking, talking,
behind the
talking,
scene.
bro. Well, they must be fucking lying to you.
Ain't no way.
'Cause
What
I
the
ain't
fuck?
asking. I know, no, everybody already know. I ain't asking no January nor February. They was gonna try to push it to January, February. If it wasn't for me stepping the fuck up and keep making phone calls. I don't know what the fuck you did
Yeah,
on
if it
your end, but
wasn't
I
for
know what I did
you,
on my
yeah,
end.
if it wasn't for you, bro,
I know what I
whatever
did on
you
my end.
say,
I don't know what you did
Mister,
on your end.
you
I
so
know what I did on
cool.
my end though.
You got it, cool boy.
I know what I did on
You
my end.
feel me?
I know
You
what I
know
did on
what
my end though.
you got it, cool
I don't know
boy.
what you did on your end to make shit happen.
Motherfucker
But
be
for you
trying
to
to make
even say,
themselves seem so great.
for you to even say I was trying to make it happen January, February, and these niggas lying to you. Nobody, why the fuck would I try to push it for January, February?
So you the only one try to push it to make
I
this
don't know
happen?
what you did. I'm
All
speaking
right
directly
then.
to
So stop
myself.
speaking like y'all
But you
speaking.
speaking on me as if you know I was just trying to get a fight happen in
Man, I'm
January,
just letting
February.
y'all know. I'm just letting you and everybody know. Ain't nobody move mountains for me, boy. Like that's all
Ain't
I'm letting
nobody
you know.
said move mountains for you. That's what I'm saying, bro.
All right,
Like,
I
what are you
got you, bro.
talking about?
All right, you moved mountains for yourself to make this fight happen. All
For
right, bet.
the fight that happened on this card.
All right,
Oh, January, February shit, bro. I ain't never been one of
yeah.
them. Fuck, I need
Well,
extra,
shit,
extra
niggas
weeks
need
and
to.
extra months for it.
People need to
So
be more
motherfuckers
specific
obviously
when they
lying
say
to
stuff.
you.
Nah, ain't nobody lying to me. You need to
You
be. People need me be more specific when they say something.
yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
that ain't happen over here. That shit don't happen over here, bro.
I
Now
think.
I had a question for Steven. They kind of answered it with this exchange. You know, it seems like this fight has captured the imagination of the boxing public. I was going to ask you why, but I think we see why. We just can't wait till December 6th. So just tell the people what should they expect to see out of you December 6th when you step in the
You don't
ring.
even. Listen, I'm just gonna come in the fight as usual. Coming to fight, bro. That's it. I'm just coming to fight. Coming to fight. Coming to win. And whatever happens is gonna happen. But I'm coming.
All right. Thank you for those questions, Matt. Our last our last questions for this pair of fighters come from Elias Blanco with Split Decision Network. Elias, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. This question's for both of you guys. It seems like, there's been a lot of back and forth, building up to this fight, including just now. Do you feel like that gives you guys added motivation going into the fight, or do you guys just try to stay focused on the task at hand?
Oshaki, if you want to take that first.
Um, I didn't quite. The headphone kind of fell out at the end. Sorry about that, bro.
Yeah, no worries. With the trash talk and you guys trading words and stuff, do you feel like that adds motivation going into the fight, or do you just try to stay focused on the task at hand?
Oh yeah, it's all motivation to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm having fun with this, and I'm just ready to go put on the show. It's definitely motivation.
And Steven, same question.
This ain't no extra motivation to me, man. This shit is normal. I'm just tired of going back and forth with doing media talks and all that. I'm just ready to just get in the ring, train, and get in the ring, bro. That's all I'm ready for. My extra motivation is becoming 3 division world champ. Talking back and forth with him ain't no extra motivation for me.
All right. Well, thank you for those questions, Elias. And thank you, both Stephen and Shockey, for your time this afternoon. We appreciate it. I'm going to turn things back over to our host, Ray Forrest, to get closing comments from both of y'all before we move on to our co-main event.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
All right, Andrew. Thanks, cousin.
Yes, sir.
Stephen, before we get ready to let you go, I know you mentioned that you're ready to fight. Obviously, I feel like you're ready to go. You're always ready to go. But what's one final thing you want to tell Shockey Foster before December 6th?
I don't want to tell him nothing. I don't want to tell him nothing. It's nothing to talk about.
Well, we appreciate.
I didn't talk at the press conference. We didn't talk the first little virtue thing. This is the third. I'm done talking. I'm done talking with people. I'm just ready to train, continue to train, and come to fight. That's it. I'm not ready to talk no more about no more fighting, none of that. The shit just got to happen at this point.
Well, good luck. We'll see you during 5 weeks, Stephen. And know you're looking to make history and become a 3-division world champion.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Ray.
Stephen Fulton Jr. joining us. So, Shockey, before we get ready to let you go, what's one message you want to tell Stephen Fulton Jr. ahead of December 6th?
We done already said a lot, but December 6th, to my fans, to everybody, we coming out there to put on a great show. I can't wait. This fight been drawn out for the longest, and I'm coming in to dominate. That's
fighting in Texas. It was
the big one.
Feel that home state advantage. I know that you're from Orange, Texas, but I mean literally, I feel like if you're a Texan, you're a Texan, right?
Yeah, nah, for sure. He coming to that big Texas now. It's on my stomping grounds. I feel good about it. Well, I really didn't care what the fight was, but me and San Antonio already got history with me fighting Ray Vargas there, so. It's just great. My family, my fans is closer to them. So, yeah.
Well, I can't wait for the matchup. Shockey, we'll see you during fight week.
All right. Thank you, Ray.
Appreciate Foster joining us. What a matchup that is going to be for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Both men very focused, both men prepared, both men looking to make a definitive statement on Saturday, December 6th. That is PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime. Now our co-main event, a middleweight unification matchup as we bring and we talk with one of the champions who's undefeated. 17 fights, 17 victories. 12 of those coming by way of knockout, represented his native Kazakhstan in the 2016 Olympics. Unified World Championships with a stoppage win over then. But since WBO and the IBF middleweight champion of the world, please join us in welcoming from Kazakhstan, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Janibek, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? Back. How much are you looking forward to Saturday, December 6th?
Жақсы бәрі жақсы. Ойдағыдай жаттығудың бәрі жүріп жатыр. Рахмет үлкен.
Everything is looking very well. Just waiting. Preparation is going good. Waiting for December 6th.
All right, now let's talk with your opponent, Janibek, with a record of 31 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Cuban native, fighting out of Las Vegas, former super welterweight world champion, longtime champion, moved up to middleweight in 2021, most recently stopped 2-division world champion Danny Garcia by stoppage in September of 2024. He is the WBA middleweight champion of the world from Cuba. Erislandy, the American dream. Lara, Erislandy, how are you?
Hey, ¿cómo está la cosa? ¿Todo bien? Déjame ver cómo me conecto aquí.
There we go. Ahí está. Erislandy, ¿cómo
¿Ya me
estás?
ven?
Te vemos muy bien. Ray, can
Sí.
you see me okay?
Sí, everything okay.
Okay, go ahead, Ray.
All right. Can you ask Erislandy, his mindset? He can unify the middleweight division and how significant this would be with everything he's accomplished in his career, being able to be unified middleweight champion of the world. What would that mean for him?
Con todo lo que has logrado en tu carrera, Erislandy, hasta ahora, ¿qué significaría para vos el poder unificar la división del peso mediano una vez más derrotando a Janibek?
Significa mucho para mí, una cosa muy importante en mi carrera. Sabemos que vamos con Janibek. Janibek es un boxeador Kazajstán. Los kazajos son boxeadores fuertes que nosotros lo conocemos muy bien. Hace mucho tiempo yo peleé con los kazajos cuando estaban en el amateur, pero bueno, estamos en el profesional y creo que significa mucho para mí esta victoria.
Getting a win would mean a lot for me right now and for my career as a whole. I know Janibek is going to be a tough opponent. Kazakhstan is a proud boxing country that has really tough fighters. I haven't really fought against anyone from Kazakhstan since I was an amateur years ago, but it's going to be exciting and I can't wait.
Janibek, for you, I'm going to ask you the same question. What would it mean to be able to defeat Erislandy Lara and become unified middleweight champion of the world on Saturday, December 6th in San Antonio?
Біріншіден промоутерлерге рахмет айтқым келеді. Бұндай жекпе-жегін ұйымдастырып жатқанына, және де Лараға рахмет айтқым келеді. Осындай жекпе-жекті қабылдап, біз үшін өте үлкен қуаныш. Қуаныштымын, бұндай үлкен аңыз боксшымен мен үшін жұдырықтасу, ол үлкен баяғыдан арман болған, мақсат болған. Сол мақсатымызға жетіп жатырмыз.
Для меня это очень честь боксировать с такой именитым боксером, чемпионом.
First of all, I wanted to thank the promoters for putting this fight together. Second, of course, I wanted to thank Lara for taking this fight. And for me, it's a big honor to fight the boxer like him, who was a champion in the two divisions, and he's very well known as a fighter. He's a good fighter, and for me, it's just an honor to share a ring with him.
And when was the last time you fought someone from Cuba? You remember?
Когда ты последний раз боксировал какого-то кубинца? Помнишь?
Біз көп жаңағы оқу-жаттығында, әуесқой бокс кездерінде де көп оқу-жаттығу жиындарында Кубада болдық, жарыста. Олардың жалпы школалары, тактикалары бізге мәлім. Бізде әуесқой бокста бұрын үлкен текетірес болатын Куба, Қазақстан.
Я пошел в Кубе, работаем, и там дрался с кубинцами. Я знаю стиль.
В Кубе был, да? Yes, when I was fighting as an amateur, I did fought Cuban boxers. I sparred a lot with the Cuban boxers. I even been in Cuba and I was fighting in Cuba.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Andrew Roberts. Questions for the media for Janibek and Erislandy Lara, as both men looking to unify the middleweight division on Saturday, December 6th. Andrew?
Thanks very much, Ray. Our first media questions are going to come from Ron Goodall with Fight Hype. Ron, please unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
Awesome. Perfect. First and foremost, I appreciate both you guys for taking this fight. You guys are both incredible champions. I can't help to ask, the whole boxing world has been speculating. I think it was your video, Aegis, that there's a potential big fight that could be made of the winner of this, and Terrence Crawford could be looking at it. Just wanted to get each champion's thoughts on the potential of a mega fight if this can get acquired.
So are you asking me a question?
Both. I guess one each. It's just everyone's saying that could be the next big fight.
Janibek, go ahead. You can answer first.
За большой бой с мега-бокс, который может быть с Крофордом.
Дайынбыз біз. Әрине, ондай жекпе-жектер біз үшін үлкен жақсы жекпе-жек болады менің ойымша.
Да, я готов. Это для меня будет очень хороший бой. Всем болельщикам.
Yes. Yes, of course, it would be a very, very good fight, and I will be ready for it because it's a big fight, and I think everybody would be looking into it.
Bueno, Erislandy, la pregunta del periodista era la siguiente. Se rumorea que el que gane esta pelea podría llegar a tener una gran pelea contra Terence Crawford en el futuro. ¿Qué significaría para vos el tener esa oportunidad después de tener esto en diciembre?
Bueno,
Antes de que respondas, ¿podrías poner tu cámara horizontal, porfa?
No, es que si la pongo horizontal me corto de aquí para abajo.
Ah, no, está bien, no pasa nada entonces. Listo. Entonces, ahí está.
Estaba diciendo, decía que todas las peleas son importantes, ¿no? Primero que todo, vamos a ir primero con la pelea el 6 de diciembre contra Janibek y después veremos lo que viene con la pelea que viene después, ¿no? Creo que lo más importante es estar enfocado en la pelea del 6 de diciembre y después veremos lo que viene.
Look, I'm all about being focused on December 6th because Janibek is going to be a tough opponent just as it is right now. I can't have the luxury of thinking about anyone else. So we'll fight on in December 6th, give our best, and then we'll see what happens next.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Our next media questions are going to come from Keith Ida with Ring. Keith, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
My first question is for Janibek. Agus, if you could just ask him what type of different challenges Erislandy Lara presents in the sense that he's a southpaw, obviously has a lot of experience against top-level opposition.
Какие ты думаешь, может он трудности принести, какие-то разные, потому что он тоже как бы левша. Как ты видишь об этом?
Біз солақайлармен көп жұмыс істегенбіз. Ол ашық әңгіме. Өйткені ол кісінің енді біз кішкентай кезімізден көріп жүрген боксшы ғой. Өзіміз солақай болғаннан кейін бұл боксшілердің де боксын көп көргенбіз. Енді мен ол өзіме ойлаймын, қиын ештеңкесі жоқ. Оның артқа көп жұмыс істейтінін білемін, түзу соққыларды көп жасайтынын білемін. Бәріне Құдай қаласа дайын боламыз.
Я много раз боксировал с левшами, когда любительский был, когда в профи. И я много, когда в любительских был, я смотрел бои Лары, когда он уже профи боксировал. Я уже хорошо его знаю, изучал все, что он может, я все хорошо знаю, что он не может, я все хорошо знаю. Для меня это будет нетрудный бой.
In my past, I fought a lot of guys who was the lefties, even in my amateur and the profi. Even when I was an amateur boxer, I was watching a lot of fighting already in the pros. So I know his style. I know what he can do. I know what he cannot do. I don't think it's going to be a difficult bout for me.
Oh, wow. Okay, Erislandy, if you could, or Martin, if you could ask Erislandy what he thinks of that Janibek does not think this is going to be all that difficult of a fight for him.
Bueno, acá Erislandy, Janibek dijo que esta pelea, la verdad que no piensa que sea tan difícil para él. ¿Qué te genera esa declaración?
Bueno, yo le recomiendo que siga pensando así de la forma que está pensando. Solamente te voy a decir, nos vemos el 6 de diciembre y vamos a ver qué significa para ti. Vamos a ver si de verdad está aprobado para Erislandy Lara.
Look, all I have to say for Janibek is like you can think whatever you want. Let's see on December 6th if you're ready for what's coming. Let's see if it's as easy as you think it's going to be, because you're going to be in for a big surprise, I can tell you that.
Thanks so much for those questions, Keith. Our next media question is going to come from Jake Donovan with Boxing Scene. Jake, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Thanks, Andrew. I have a similar question for both. I'm going to ask Janibek. Egas, you might be able to answer it better. Most of the back and forth was with Carlos Adames. You know, they were trying to do that fight first in Riyadh season and then I guess with PBC. Just what happened that fell apart, and how confident were you that the fight with Lara was going to happen and seemingly as easy as it did?
Well, you know, we've been in a lot of talks back and forth going, and I believe Adames decided not to fight Janibek at any point, and that my was personal opinion. What he was afraid to fight with Janibek, and he didn't want to risk. but working with the PBC, we made nice arrangements and nice agreements. And thanks to PBC, they helped to put this fight together.
Good. And then if you could just ask Janibek, just how pleased he was that Lara accepted the fight when he did after pretty much wasting his time with Adamas.
Так как ты потерял очень много времени в переговорах с Адамасом, насколько ты рад был, что с Лара согласился боксировать?
Келіскеніне рахмет. Бұл енді біздің былай төрт бөлу жинаудағы жолымыз ғой. Сол жолда осындай енді көп ұзатпай осылай келісіп бір жақсы қуантты бізді. Сондықтан да декабрьде жақсы өнер көрсетеміз деген ойдамын.
Ну, я хочу сказать спасибо, что он согласился на этот бой. Все знают, что мне нужно 4 пояса, один пояс у него. 6 декабря все увидят хороший бой.
First of all, of course, I wanted to thank him for taking this fight and giving this opportunity. Everybody knows I'm always talking about what I'm trying to be undisputed. I need all 4 belts. One belt is holding Lara. So waiting for December 6th, and everybody will see a good show on December 6th.
Great. Thank you, Janibek. And then Erislandy, for you, you're the one fighter who seems to stay off social media while everyone else fights on there. Just how confident were you that this was going to happen for you, even with all the back and forth between Janibek and Adamas?
¿Qué tan confiado estabas, Erislandy, de que esta pelea iba a poder concretarse más allá del ida y vuelta en redes sociales de Janibek con Adames?
No, sinceramente, yo no estaba confiado, estaba esperando el resultado. Por fin, si se concretaba la pelea, ¿no? Si se firmaba el contrato, estaba esperando que mis promotores, mis managers me avisaran, y yo siempre estuve a la espera ahí, esperando que si era Carlos Aldamen o era yo, cualquiera de los dos íbamos a estar listos para él.
I wasn't really it wasn't about confidence per se. It was just about waiting patiently, seeing what shook out. I trusted my promoters, my people, to let me know when, this was going to happen, and whether it will happen or not, I was going to be ready for whatever came next for me. And as far as Adames goes, whether he was going to fight Janibek or if I was going to fight Janibek, I know that we were both going to be ready for him to represent Latin America.
All right. Thanks very much for those questions, Jake. Our next media questions are going to come from Mark Lalanwala with DAZN News. Mark, please unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
Hey guys, this question is for Janibek. How much motivation does it give you for this fight that out of all the fighters out there, Terence Crawford has his sights set on you?
Какая у тебя мотивация сейчас дается, потому что Теренс Кроуфорд объявил, что будет смотреть за тобой, намечается бой.
Біздің басты осы 4 белбеу жинаудағы мақсатымыз бар еді. Осы міне оның өзі бір мотивация, Ларамен шайындап жатқанымыз. Одан бөлек қазір Кроуфордта қараймыз деді. Үлкен енді бұндай үлкен жекпе-жектерді біз үшін осындай жақын уақытта келіп жатқаны өте қуантады. Бұйырса дайын боламыз.
Он сказал, самая вот большая мотивация, что у меня мотивация там собрать все 4 титула. И, конечно, если Кроуфорд там наблюдает, хочет стараться, мы будем очень рады, потому что все говорят сейчас об этом.
The motivation is for me to get all 4 titles, and that's what I'm trying to do. And of course, if the possibility would be to fight with a fighter like Crawford, that would be a big, huge opportunity, and it will give me a lot of motivation.
Got it. This question's also for Janibek. Erislandy Lara has always been renowned for his technical style. In his last 4 fights, he's had stoppage victories. Does this sudden power surge give you any cause for concern heading into this fight?
Последние бои Лары, остановки, и его все знают за его технический бокс. Как-то тебе не задумаешься ли ты о его силе и что он делает в ринге?
Иә, біз әрдайым қарап жатырмыз, қазір зерттеп жатырмыз, қандай жұмыстары бар, қандай жұмыс істей алмайтынын енді айтып жатырмын ғой. Бізге ондай стильдер, оны бірінші рет бокс жасайын деп жатқан жоқпыз, бірінші рет бұндай күш көрейін деп жатқан жоқпыз. Сондықтан да біз жекпе-жекке дайынбыз.
Я уже, как сказал, я уже его изучал, 100% знаю, как он дерется. Я не первый раз встречаюсь с такими боксерами, как Лара, техничными боксерами. Так что я буду 100% готов.
As I already told, I was studying him. I know his style, and he is not the first guy with a talent and with a good technique. What I'm going to be facing in the ring.
All right, thanks for those questions, Mark. We have time for one more. Our last media questions for today are going to come from Matt Brown with Brunch Boxing. Matt, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
How you doing today, fellas? This first question is for Janibek. Obviously, we've seen on social media the back and forth between you and Carlos Adames. Lara is a champion, but he's not Adames. What kind of differences are you expecting from Lara in the ring as opposed to what you were expecting from Adames?
Мы видели все по Инстаграме, там на social медиа вперед-назад, когда ходили там Стивенсона, но то есть они оба чемпиона, но Лара другой, с другим стилем. А как ты это видишь?
Не понял.
Ну, как ты видишь разницу между Ларой и Адамсом?
Адамсты побегает кісі.
Енді мен Адамспен өзі спарринг істеп жүрдік қой біз ол баламен. Енді ол жағынан вообще проблема жоқ еді. Ол өзінің енді не үшін келіспегенін ол өзінен сұрап аласыздар. Ал енді Лара келетін болса, иә, солақай боксшы. Енді ол осы кәсіпқой бокста мысалы солақайлар аз ғой. Солақайлар аз болғаннан кейін сіздерде осындай сұрақ болып жатқан шығар. Бірақ бізде Қазақстанда бұндай солақайлармен Лара сияқты техничный боксерлармен көп бокстасқанбыз. Сондықтан да маған ол жаңалық емес.
Мы с этим Адамсом много раз спарринговались. Он меня хорошо знает, я его хорошо знаю. Я не знаю, почему он отказался, что произошло. Спросите у него там, что случилось. Но насчет Лары, я понимаю, что у вас много вопросов, потому что вы думаете, что Лара он другой, Лара он левша. Но вы имеете в виду, что в Казахстане у нас много левши. Для нас он вообще не другой. Он как обычный боксер.
When it comes to Adames, I've been sparring with him many times. I have no idea. I know him very well. He knows me very well because we've been in a sparring sessions many times. I don't know why did he decided not to fight me. So you should ask him about that. When it comes to Lara, we have a lot of southpaws in Kazakhstan, and I've been fighting with many southpaws fighters. So I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Okay, thank you. This question is for Erislandy. Erislandy, obviously you've shared the ring with a who's who in boxing in your career, and now you're fighting another young, strong champion. Why are you still taking on these challenges at this juncture of your career?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, so Erislandy is taking on another young, strong champion. We know Erislandy has had a long, storied career, shared the ring with a lot of people. I just want to know, why is he still taking on these challenges at this point in his career?
Tu carrera ha sido una historia de mucho éxito contra oponentes de altísimo calibre. ¿Qué es lo que te motiva a seguir queriéndote enfrentar a los mejores?
Bueno, primero que todo me sigue motivando, enfrentándome a los mejores, para mí mismo, para mi familia, para mis hijos. Creo que el deporte, el boxeo, para mí significa todo y creo que para mí es un orgullo seguir enfrentando, estando en el nivel que estoy, ¿no? Con mis 42 años creo que puedo seguir escalando más escalones.
Boxing means everything to me, and at 42 years old, I'm still very motivated to keep climbing the ladder to reach the top. And as far as why I do it, it's not just for me; it's for my family, it's for my legacy, it's for my kids. So what I want to do is to be able to showcase that I'm still very much on top of my game.
All right. Now I'm going to ask both men a thing. Andrew, I know you were getting ready to jump in.
Oh, no, yeah, please take it away, Ray. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, just want to thank the media for joining us, and Janibek, for you. I want to get your final message to Erislandy, Lara, as both of you guys are trying to make history and unify the middleweight division, capturing 3 of the 4 world championships.
Последний месседж, что хочешь сказать, Ларри.
Бұндай мықты боксшыларды, чемпион боксшыларды біз сыйлаймыз. Мен шыны керек, бұндай Лараның кезінде ол жекпе-жегін көріп өскен балаларымыз ғой біз. Бұндай үлкен боксшыларды сыйлаймыз. Құдай қаласа, декабрь күні жақсы жекпе-жек, жақсы шоу көрсетеміз деп ойлаймын жанкүйерлерге.
Я очень уважаю чемпиона, как Лара, потому что он уважаемый чемпион, потому что я когда был молодым, я смотрел его бои. Не хочу так грубо ничего говорить о нем, про нем. В декабре 6 будет хороший бой.
I very respect the champion, Lara. I was watching him even when I was still a kid, as an amateur, a young man, and he is a very respectful champion. I don't want to say nothing bad. We will see each other on December 6th.
All right, good luck to Janibek Alimkhanuly, who is WBO and IBF middleweight champion of the world. Erislandy Lara, the WBA middleweight champion of the world. Your final message to Janibek Alimkhanuly as you prepare for your massive showdown on Saturday, December 6th, PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video in San Antonio.
Erislandy, un último mensaje que le quiero mandar acá a Janibek de cara a lo que será el PBC Pay-Per-View el 6 de diciembre por Prime Video desde San Antonio.
Bueno, le diré a Janibek que nos veremos el 6 de diciembre, que esto voy a estar listo 100% para esperar con lo que él venga. Lo voy a recibir todo lo que venga, que vamos a estar listos para el 6 de diciembre.
See you on December 6th, Janibek. I'm going to be ready for whatever you bring, so you better be ready.
All right. Thank you very much to all the fighters for joining us. Thank you to all the media. And we look forward to seeing you all during Fight Week in San Antonio. PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime Video. A loaded night of boxing. Main event, Isaac Cruz and Lamont Roach Jr. Plus 3 incredible fights on our 3 other incredible fights on our pay-per-view. A loaded undercard, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific time on Prime Video is when do not miss it. Have a great one. We'll see you guys sooner rather than later and in San Antonio. Have a great rest of your afternoon.